Hello, it's Damien. Thank you very much for joining me today. The topic I thought we could go over together is one regarding meditation. On the remote viewing video that I uploaded, there's been a lot of questions asking me to remote view certain things, and I just wanted to let you guys know that remote viewing is intensive, and it does take a lot of calories and a lot of mental energy to perform. So basically, what I can do here is I can teach you guys basically how to fish if you guys want to learn how to do it yourself. And one of the things that it's important to learn how to do is meditate. Meditation is important for remote viewing because for me, meditation is like one-pointed focus, one-mindedness. So some people may meditate to clear their mind and have nothing in it and to go into the void, but I'm not that type of meditator. What I do is I try to quiet the noise of all the different thoughts that I have, and I focus on one particular thing, or item, or idea, and then I just hammer and hammer and hammer that focus based on like a staircase of information, like a ladder, if you will. The first part of the ladder is really just the introduction. So what that means is that something you want to introduce yourself to. So if you want, people like to close their eyes. But if they can't close their eyes and focus on anything, then what you can do is you can use like something like a candle or maybe even a pen. And what you can try and do to train your mind how to meditate is you can just focus on the flame of the candle or on the end of your pen, for example, and then just focus, and then you can close your eyes, and then you try to recall the image as detailed and as soundly as you can. Of course, black and white will enter into it first, and then hopefully you can move into the color, and you can fill in all the gaps, and you can fill in the details, and you can go closer to it and further away from it. If it's a flame, it's a little easier because if you focus on the light itself, then when you close your eyes, you may be able to see the residual, basically the reverse negative of that light. And if you can just continually hold that in your mind's eye for as long as you can, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, the longer the better. And this is a way for you to focus on meditation. Now, if your mind starts traveling and wandering, like what happens with most people, especially when I was first trying to learn how to meditate, there'd be 8, 9, 10 different things that'd be running through my head. And then, once I thought about that I was thinking, I would realize that I'm not even thinking about what I originally started off to do. So it does take a lot of time, it does take a lot of practice, but if you guys want to learn how to remote view, it's important that you learn how to focus and maintain and hold on to that focus. Because once you maintain and hold on to it, then you're able to eventually, you'll move on up and you'll be able to control that focus. Now, so the first thing is introduction, and then you have to have a desire to want to experience whatever it is that you are meditating on, or whatever it is that you want to remote view. If that's what you want to do, so you focus more intently with your desire and your will, and you feel that target. You move into that concept. If you're meditating, you move into that idea. Or the pen, or whatever it is you want to focus on, love, or if you have an addiction and you want to, you don't want to smoke anymore, or you don't want to drink anymore, or, you don't want to, or maybe you want to love somebody. You can use, you want to be in a relationship. You can use these techniques of meditation to balance and focus your will and desire into those systems. Then once you have your will and your desire manifesting within you, and you're focusing on, the things that you want or things that you don't want, or things you want to remove, I should say, you will start feeling growth happen. You'll start experiencing new sensations. And you also want to allow each one of these stages to kind of play its role within your body, within your being. Let it happen, and let it happen in its own time. Don't try to rush it either. Let each system play itself out, almost like numerology. You can go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 all the way to step 9 is what you're trying to obtain, your mastery and your meditation. But you need to have you have your growth. once you have your growth, what you may run into is, and some people do give up when they hit the growth, when they actually feel something taking place. And they go, oh yeah, it's working, and then they step back because they're like, oh, maybe I don't want to go that direction, or something introduces themselves, and maybe a little bit of fear comes in. Or if you're doing it correctly, you may even find a little bit of pain happen, and that is very, very healthy when you start feeling something, some friction, as I like to call it, that takes place within your meditation practice. That friction is very, very, very healthy because you're rewriting your program, you're rewriting your experience and your perspectives, and you're allowing that to have its own space as well in its own time, and letting it come out of you when you have the friction. And you can have pain, and you can also have happiness too. You can also have an euphoric sensation if you're in a meditation. It depends on what it is that your focus is, what it is your intent is, and you want to work on. So after you have those things, then there's a couple other systems. You have what I call sustainability. And now if you've moved through your pain, if you're a runner, and when you run and you hit that brick wall, and you want to stop, it's like, oh, I need to stop, that's it, I can't go any further, that's just too much. That's healthy. But if you have the fortitude to move on, to continue on forward, you'll find that you'll reach another level, which I call sustainability. And that sustainability is really where you are learning how to balance that meditative practice between your passive and your active natures, and also your elemental natures, where you will run into how your mind is playing a role in your meditation practice, what I call air, and how your fire plays an important role, what I call through the heart, and what I call the fire. And then you have the gut, which is your feelings, and then you'll find that plays a role in your emotional content as well, or your meditative content as well, and your emotional side will come through, and that's your water. And then lastly, your earth is in your body. And your body is important too, because you want to have the correct body position when you do this, so you allow basically the energy to flow correctly through the system, so there's no real gaps or stoppages. And what will happen usually in the meditative process is you will actually start feeling cramp, or a pain, or something like that, or an itch if something's not functioning in a harmonious nature with the rest of your body systems. So the sustainability is really important. That's where you find the balance, and you kind of that way you don't get too lost in the magical, and you don't get too bogged down with weight in the practical, because you really want both to play a role in your life. You want the magical and the practical, and meditation is that middle road, that middle path on that on that journey in meditation. And then after that, you should run into advancement. And advancement is basically you rewriting your program. You correcting things that you feel need to be corrected, or you embracing things that you feel are correct, and you want to allow that to manifest and create even more abundance in your life. And you can do this. You can do this practically. So you have advancement, and then after advancement, basically you start becoming more aware of different aspects to your meditation, and then your consciousness is already full, but what you're doing is once you have these stages kind of on lockdown within the body system as well, then you are able to look at very unique details within your meditative process. And you can focus just on one particular item, and you can go down that rabbit hole all you want. Like a big bowl of spaghetti, you just grab one noodle, and you can actually, if you do your meditation correctly, you can actually follow that one noodle string all the way down through the entire bowl. Basically, even though there's a 1,000 other noodle strings touching it, you can get lost in your meditation. But once you have all the steps kind of running in the background, you just extract whatever you want from your meditative process, whatever it is that you want to work on, or what it is that you want to have manifested in your life. So that's one of the things that I think is important regarding how to do remote viewing as well, is you actually have to be able to know how to meditate, and that to me means know how to have one pointedness, one focus, focus just on one thing, and then strip out all the other ancillary noise that you have in the background, all the different things you're thinking about, like, oh, I got to pay my bills, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow, oh, I have to, pick up the kids, from swim class, all these other things that keep popping up. Oh, I want to have chicken for dinner tonight, things like that. You're able to tune that out. And the longer you're able to tune all those things out and focus on the one thing, you are now you're now meditating. And then you can rewrite whatever program that you want at that particular point in time. And it takes work, it takes energy, it takes effort. It's not going to happen just right away over one time. But the more that you focus your intention, the more you focus your will and your desire, the easier it becomes for you to get the things that you want in life, because you'll start noticing that things that you truly want in life will actually fit nicely within what you're already doing, and that's how you can build and grow your meditative process. So anyway, I hope that kind of helps out you guys. I mean, I'm curious what you guys think too about how you meditate, what it is that you do. I mean, one of the reasons why I'm even out here talking about this, is one, I want to meet like-minded people. I want to meet people who I can learn things from as well. And these are the things that I have learned, that I have enjoyed in my life, that work for me. And since there's been so many questions regarding, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Listen, I just so you all know, I do charge for my remote viewing. I feel I'm at a caliber, I'm at a place where I can do that. Not everybody can do that. So in turn, it's my responsibility as a trained and learned remote viewer and somebody who enjoys meditation to teach anybody who out there who truly wants to know and desires to want to know more. And it's my responsibility to give you that information, the best information I can. But I'd like to respectfully ask, please don't ask me to remote view certain things for you, because it does take a lot of energy and a lot of calories. But what I will do is I will be more than happy to teach anybody out there who has a desire and a truthful desire to want to learn and do these kind of practices in their lives, because they may feel it'll enrich their lives and it'll make their lives better. And I'm here as a testament to tell you that it's definitely done that for me, and it's done that for people who I do know who do this practice as well. But maybe they're not so into getting in front of the camera and stuff, and I get that. I get why that's important. So anyway, I do want to hear what you guys have to think too. I'm curious what you guys think about remote viewing. I know there's a lot of skepticism around remote viewing, and I think that is totally and completely healthy. I sure do hope that that skepticism continues. And I've had a couple good comments regarding, hey, I'm skeptical. How is this relevant, or how is this pertinent, or how is this even real? So and I encourage those kind of questions. I'd be happy to go into those with people. Anyway, let me know your thoughts as well, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have too. And if you guys do want to learn how to remote view, hey, I'm happy to teach you. It's not going to cost you anything. I'd be happy to go on here and I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. But anyway, so thanks again for listening. I do really appreciate it, and I look forward to hearing from you as well. And you guys have a great day. Cheers to your success. Bye-bye.